And if it doesn't sync up right, we can grab that dinosaur and pretend we're filming a Godzilla.
There you go.
All right, so Nona is track 1. I think does that say volume?
I have no idea.
All right. So nothing's really recorded. I mean, it's recording. It should be recording. Do you see a second counter doing anything?
Yeah, I see a second count
Okay.
down here.
Yeah. So
Can we shut the door to here too?
I
So-
absolutely will.
How's the next situation?
I know. How are we looking over there? Do we look okay? Is this a good angle?
It's a fine angle. I think going straight on. If you do up, it looks weird.
Okay. Says you.
You just don't want to do down. You don't
Yeah,
want to
I
be down and below.
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna record this, and then I don't know. Give it a second. Let me close the door. Use that as the sound cue for
Yeah.
things.
Well.
Let me see if we can see all the stuff. I don't think you can. Either way, I'll move this stuff out. So, to stop it when you're done, it's just the square. Do you see it?
Yeah. Can you pass me the mouse so that I have the
I just
Tool.
want it out of the
necessary? I know.
area. All right. Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Bye. Have fun.
Good luck to you.
Have fun with the second floor.
Oh my gosh.
It's much quieter now. All right. So this is our love podcast, Nona.
Oh gee.
I know. So tell the kids, how did you and Papa meet?
It's a long story. We met because I went to an all-girls high school, all-girls Catholic high school, Bayview.
Yeah.
And no boys, just a lot of awkward girls.
Bayview still that way? Or did they make it a boy-girl school now?
It's, well, you know what? No, it's still all-girls
All
school.
girls.
Yep. And so sophomore year, we were having a mixer. That's what we used to call dances, mixers, because you would mix and meet people. But we had no boys to sell tickets to. We was just going to be a bunch of girls, and that isn't the intent. So my mother worked at a nursing home, and she brought a stack of tickets to the nursing home to give to the man that was in charge of the kitchen, who happens to be your grandfather now. And he took the stack, he brought it home because his son, Joe, went to an all-boys Catholic high school.
Was it like the brother school to your school, or was it just another boys'
No,
school?
it actually was at the time. I don't think it still is, but it was.
I think they do boy-girls now. I think Hendricken does.
I'm not sure. But in any event, they didn't at the time. So we thought, hey, he should sell a lot of tickets. He sold one.
That's all to himself?
One ticket to himself. And but that didn't stop him from bringing a van load of friends to the dance.
I didn't know this part. So he had the tickets. He could have sold them to his friends, but he just bought one ticket.
Yeah.
And then
They show up at the dance in a van. I should have known better. That was red flag number 1.
yeah.
All these boys with long hair at a Catholic school. And you didn't wear long hair to
How
a...
did they get in without tickets?
Well, that's an interesting story. So Joe came in, introduced himself. Well, first his father told him I was a tall, willowy blonde. I was actually 5'2", weighed 140 pounds, and had brown
Why did he say
brown
that?
hair. You know your grandfather.
Yeah, I know. He exaggerates.
So anyway, he went around and he was asking all the tall, willowy blondes, but he ran out of them pretty quickly. Are you a Lisa Reynolds? Are you a Lisa Reynolds? And no one even knew me, apparently. And then he went to Auntie Sandra, who,
Blonde.
she was 5'6", and blonde, far from willowy, God bless her soul. All right. So anyway, she goes, no, but I know her. She's right there.
Yeah, because she's a sister.
That's my father. My father, he's like, all right, made perfect sense to him.
Yeah.
So he introduced himself, blah, blah, blah. He took his ticket, which, like, he had handed it in to the nuns.
Yeah.
Because they were manning the door. And as soon as Sister turned around, he grabbed his ticket back. And he threw it out the gym window to a waiting friend who was next to come in. And that continued till like 6 boys
Got in.
got in. Yep, kept just tossing the ticket out the gym window
Yep.
until they got caught. They did eventually get caught.
But I don't even understand what the purpose of that is, because he had all the tickets to sell. He could have just given those tickets to his friends.
They weren't marked as paid.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. So, anyway, in the meantime, I actually went to the dance with, no, I didn't go with him, but the understanding I was meeting him there. And it was awkward. I'm not proud of that night.
Okay, because this is the part of the story that I had always heard, that you had a boyfriend or a boy you were interested in
Yeah.
that you were going to the dance with, and then Nani didn't like him and she wanted to break you guys up. Is that true? Or is this
Yeah,
fiction?
yeah, that's probably true. And then my father didn't like the boy I met at the dance and wanted
Yeah.
to break us up. So
Well, so Nani was trying to orchestrate you getting.
I think they thought I was going to marry, Prince Charles, who was single at the time. I don't know what they thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They always had lots of plans.
Yeah.
They always have lots of plans. So Dad sneaks all these people into the dance. He introduces himself to you. There's this other boy who thinks you're there with him. So what happened there? Tell us about it, Nana. Come on.
I'm not proud of that.
I know. What grade is this?
10th.
10th grade. Okay, so we're in high school. We're sophomore. You don't have to be proud of it. We're bearing all here.
Oh, no, we're not. So, anyway, he saw me dancing with your father, and he got a little upset, and I don't know, the evening ended. That was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and so then after that, you and Dad must have kept in touch.
Yeah.
Was it just kind of like instant, like,
Well,
this is it?
I didn't know any of the boys. He didn't really know any of the girls. So it was an arranged marriage, all said and done.
Yeah, even though none of the arrangers were happy in the end.
Correct.
Yeah, it was a much smaller world. Because, like, even when we were growing up, your kids, we didn't have, like, the internet. So it was still just the people in your class. So I wasn't in an all-girls school. Dad wasn't in an all-boys school. But it was still just a small group of people that you knew. And for you guys, it was even smaller. Because you were in an all-boys school and an all-girls school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of it.
But Hendricken had 2 sister schools. One was Prout, which now is co-ed,
Yep.
and Bayview. And when he started dating me, all the Prout girls were saying, "Oh, you're dating a tough girl from the city."
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Bayview have that reputation?
No, but North Providence kind of did.
North Providence did. Where was Prout located?
It was Prout is actually like more toward the beach.
Oh, hoity-toity.
Mm.
Where you're headed now?
Hey, God
You know,
willing. God
you
willing.
made your way.
Yeah.
You made your way.
Yeah.
So then you started dating Dad. Pretty much that was it.
Pretty much. We broke up one summer,
Yeah.
and
What grade? Or college? Or couldn't have been college because you guys got married.
he was going. It was the summer before his college. I was going to be a senior, summer before my senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Was he a grade ahead of you? Technically?
yeah, only 4 months older, but a grade ahead.
Mm-hmm. That's going to happen to Isla. Isla's, the cutoff is crazy. So I think she's going to be like 6 her year of kindergarten, basically.
That's nice to be one of the older children. You're much more confident.
Mm-hmm.
You're much more ready to learn.
Yeah, but I was the younger one.
I know. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that trick. I didn't know that was a thing.
I was the first.
Yeah,
The
we practiced.
experiment.
We practiced on you. Yeah.
What other gems you got from your dating history? I know Dad came to visit you in the blizzard one time.
Yep. It was the blizzard of '78, and we got 36 inches of snow over 3 days.
Yep.
And cars were stranded. People froze to death in their cars on the highway. But he worked in a nursing home for his dad, and they had to get the meals out. So they didn't call them first responders or essential workers, but he was.
Right.
So we had to come up to North Providence anyway.
Yep.
And then I think he wound up staying at the house. Maybe he stayed at the nursing home because they did set up cots. And I'm sure either way, my father wasn't happy about that.
Yeah.
So we walked down to the plaza where there was a Chinese restaurant, and we're looking at the silverware, and we're like, Joe had dried food on his fork. You got to get a new fork. Yeah. Then the food came. We totally forgot that he had to get a new fork.
Gross.
We remembered, when we were finished.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's a lovely treasured memory from your dating. I didn't see when I heard the Blizzard of 78 story, I didn't realize that was like he was already kind of in this first responder situation. I feel like every time I heard the story, it was like, Dad like walked 50 miles in the snow to get to wherever you were in JFK Circle.
Yeah, no. Maybe he had to walk from the nursing home. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because because 3 weeks at home, let me tell you.
It was 3 weeks.
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
were snowed in.
There was no school.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you needed to get out of the house. So even I walked to work one day.
Yeah.
And a snowplow driver picked me up. And I just got in.
Things you would like never do.
A big burly man.
You need a ride.
Tattoos. Sure, I'll take a ride. Not too smart.
It's a whole different world now.
Oh yeah.
And did Nani really make you play piano every time Dad came over to pick you up for a date?
And I was pretty terrible.
That must have been a lot of piano playing.
And I knew one song. and everyone would sit in the living room and listen to me play, and we couldn't go unless I did this. It was like,
was the piano in the same place it is now?
Yeah.
You guys just used that room actually when you were?
No, only when I was going out on a date. And
Holidays
Christmas.
and dates.
And Thanksgiving.
Nona's mom Nani has this whole like second half to her first floor that's like a dining room, a living room. It's a huge space. They don't use it.
No.
But I guess that was like common, right? To have like a
Yeah, that was the
formal space.
Yeah.
But that could have been like a big master suite or like an office or
Today it would be.
An office people didn't really have in their house.
No.
Back
there was
then.
no such thing as work from home. Or first floor master suite. So
right. Or a guest suite or
yeah. Which
it's a whole different world.
Which actually where Norn's dining room is, that's where the den was supposed to be because the formal area is supposed to be the front of the house. So she divided it this way.
Right. I've never seen it done like that.
It was supposed to be this way.
Yeah, I've never seen it done the way she set it up.
Yeah.
That's naughty for you.
There you go.
Any other dating gems from
No.
No.
None that I care to disclose at this time.
Nana's keeping it tight to the vest.
Well, it's not like I drove a car up on a dirt pile or anything. Oh, I could tell my mother's dating gem.
Oh, what is that?
How Nani met Papa.
Oh yeah, tell how Nani met Papa.
It was at Scarborough Beach. He was a lifeguard, and she had like on a muumuu of a bathing suit, but somehow the other nursing students weren't as beautiful. And my mother would intentionally choose her friends this way.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
So anyway, she was
reverse beauty pageant.
She was the most beautiful, and she caught his eye. But so anyway, she was working at Chapin Hospital, which is now part of Providence College, that property. So she was in her uniform, and they went out to talk before her shift. So she was all dressed up in her nurse's outfit, and they were parked along. My mother likes to call it a causeway. It's barely a bridge across Twin Rivers over there. and they supposedly got rear-ended. I think the car slipped out of gear.
Yeah.
It was a brand new Cadillac, or maybe somebody's foot hit the shift. I don't know. And they wound up in the water through the guardrail, which was probably a wooden guardrail at the time. And she lost a shoe. Then she gets... So she manages to get out of the car. I think my father was actually just still looking for her.
Yeah, well, he's the lifeguard.
She gets out of the car and is walking around saying, dripping wet in her white nurse's uniform. What happened? What does anybody know what happened? Here you are, one shoe wonder. Oh well, you
And
know.
didn't when Nonnie met Papa, didn't she have like a boyfriend who was in the army?
Yeah,
And she just wrote like a Dear John to him, like, "Hey,
I know.
now I'm dating a lifeguard."
Yeah, that's sad, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure that happened to lots of people.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it did.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
All right, Nona. What advice do you have on love when someone's looking for their person?
looking for love in all the wrong places. Been there, done that. Yeah.
What's the most important thing?
Don't marry a type A personality.
How do you define type A personality? Are you gonna be like basically your dad?
That would be it. He's one example of one. Yeah, certainly. Go mellow. Someone who's gonna treat you nicely and loves you a little bit more than you love them.
Gives you that little bit of power right there. But no, I mean, treat nicely is very important. Like, people's actions really do matter. And I think that's really important to keep in mind because, like, people can say all kinds of things, but you have to pay attention to how they're actually treating
Yeah,
you.
yeah. If someone is showing you who they are,
Listen.
believe them.
Yep.
Believe them.
Listen, pay attention. That's true.
Yeah. Because you can't
I like
fix
that
them.
one.
You can't fix them. Oh,
And
if
change 'em.
only I had a whiteboard.
What's a whiteboard now? Nona's like, I'm not divulging anything. Now she's like, give me a whiteboard. I got some stuff to write down.
Because women think they're gonna fix men.
It's the movies. Every movie and every book and romance novel is like, oh, if you're just that amazing enough of a woman, this man is going to figure that out and he's going to become exactly what you need him to be because you're so amazing, right?
No, you gotta love him.
Yeah.
For who he is, because that's who he is. No,
We're all
see,
just people.
Women are XX. Men are XY.
It's the truth.
A Y is simply an X missing a little leg there.
They're just missing a part.
So they're broken.
Yeah.
You can't fix that.
Yeah.
You're missing a piece.
Yeah.
So you're not
Yeah.
gonna fix them, ladies. Just love who you love and accept them as is.
Yeah.
You buy something as is.
And find someone who will accept you as is too.
Yeah,
Because that's it. That's the key.
really is.
All right. That's a wrap on Nona. A wrap on Nona and love. She divulged maybe a little more than she wanted to. She tried to tell some other people's secrets in there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll come up with other things for Nona to come back for.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. All right. We will stop this.